All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning and welcome back to fishing. So it is May 12th, I think, right now. No, it's the 13th. But yeah, I am off on a weekday, which is fairly uncommon this time of year. I'm a teacher, so we're getting to the end of the school year. And there's no better way for me to spend this than to get on some fishing action. So yeah, we're going to try and get on some fluke today. That's the main target. However, the fish, as you may have saw in the last video, were a bit tough to find, but I'm not giving up. Unlike last time, I have much more time to fish today. I can be much more picky and choosy about where and how I fish. I'm just a little bit more prepared and ready to go. So I'm hoping that today we really make it happen. We get on some good action. So yeah, we're gonna get out there. Do stay tuned, because as you know what we're about to do. Get some fishing accomplished. Okay, so we are on the water. It's about 6:30. I kid you not, I was certain for about 20 minutes that I completely forgot all my GoPro batteries and third-person GoPro at home. Looked over the car like 3 times, looked everywhere in the yak that it could have been, and I gave up hope and basically said I got 1 battery to shoot, which if you shoot video on GoPro, you know that that's not very long. And right as I sat in a kayak, I sat down, I was like, something is not right. And fortunately, I guess I threw the chair on top of all my GoPro batteries and so on. So if you're watching this, something good's about to happen. But otherwise, we're gonna try and get into some water where I think there should be some fish and hopefully get on some action. It's a weekday, so I don't anticipate too much boat traffic. There may be some, it's a holiday. But that being said, fingers crossed this goes better than the last session. At least the weather is supposed to be beautiful. Not much wind, and what does show up is coming out of the north, which we should be pretty sheltered from. Couldn't ask for better tide either. We got peak in about 2.5 hours, so we get to ride the most productive, typically, hours of incoming. It peaks, and then we got at least 2 good hours of outgoing. So hopefully between all that, we can put something good together. All right, let's get out there. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're getting up on the first spot right now. We're gonna start off with a teaser rig. We got a 1 ounce spro bucktail, maybe even 3/4, I'm not sure. We're gonna fish that in the bottom. And then we have a size 1/0 hook, which is a little small, but it'll do for today. And that also has a 3-inch piece of gulp. Both of them, 3 or 4 inch, I think. And yeah, we're going to fish this one spot that we did fairly well at last time. This might be a little bit light. I'm not sure what the tide's doing right now. I mean, I know where it's going, I just don't know how strong it's gonna be. If this is too light, I'm gonna upsize to 1.5 ounces. So I like to start light. I'm getting some marks. And if I have to, I'll upsize. Got a nice strong incoming tide. Yeah, I think this will probably be a little bit too light, but I'd rather start low and work up. See what it's doing. I might have to pull it right back up if it's too, yeah, we're moving, but let's let the kayak adjust. Then we'll make the call. All right, we tried a little deeper, not even a tap, so we're moving about 10 feet shallower on the spot where it kind of sits on a ledge, and seeing if there's any action here. Feels like something's playing with it right now. That's a fish. There he is. Small, but breaking the ice. Went for the top, and it's a sundial. I could keep this, but I'm not keeping him unless we got something else to keep. So if we're getting tons of sundials, I'll start thinking about keeping these guys. When I was little, this was how I started saltwater fishing, was catching these on the beach, and they can get fairly big and you can eat them, but there isn't a lot of meat on them, so it is what it is. All right, we broke the ice. We got a sundial in the boat, a flatfish, but not the right kind of flatfish, but a step in the right direction for sure. If that's all we're catching today, if we get a lot of sundials, I'll consider keeping some and maybe even making this a catch clean cook, but we're not. Oh, there he is. All right, we're on something now. That's definitely a fluke. or a much better sundial. Wow, that's the best fluke of the season so far. Not saying a whole lot for sure. Yeah, he's not even, nah, not really. Probably, yeah. Probably a 1996 keeper. All right, well, we got a pile of fish right here. All going for the top. Okay, we just got 2 fish in pretty quick succession. Not the size we're looking for, but fun nonetheless. Let's keep it going. Definitely keep this drift in mind though. To get that many fish that quick when I had absolutely nothing in the last drift is something to make note of. Though I've already got this spot pretty much on lock on my fish finders, so I don't really need to set any waypoint. But we're definitely gonna hit this drift again. Come on. Something's playing with it. There he is. All right, well, we're already getting on the fluke action. Not finding the size, but we're getting on some fish. Little postage stamps, or as James likes to say, deli meat. All right, we just pulled 3 fish off that last drift, so it'd be dumb to not try it again. Let's see if we can get on a nice pattern. All right, so we had that one drift with those 3 quick fish, and I went over that area again several times and not much action. So we're going to go to another spot that I think will be fairly productive, or could be, and particularly since it's incoming tide, it'll be a bit more productive or easier to fish the way I want to fish it right now. Once we get to outgoing, it's going to pull me in a direction that I'm not going to be super thrilled about. So we're going to go there while we still can and fish it the way we want, because I can always come back to this spot fairly easily. Hopefully this works. All right, we're at our next spot. Tide is definitely moving over here, but we definitely picked up some life on the bottom, so I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more of a productive run, both in terms of numbers of fish and obviously size as well. Tide's moving here, so I might have to upsize. We'll see what happens. Already, what did I tell you? I don't think that's a fluke. It's a big, well, decent sundial. I'm really thinking about keeping some of these. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a catch, lean, cook. I'd like something a little bigger than this. But yeah, that was immediate. Literally drop it down. I'm getting marks under the boat. I don't think they're fluke. Maybe they are. Let's get back down there. Hoping this isn't a 5-second curse. Literally, as soon as it hit the ground, that fish jumped on. Right on the ledge, right on the ledge. What did I tell you? Right on the ledge. Might be a better fish, not a big fish, but went for the bucktail. That's definitely the biggest of the year so far. Again, not at all impressive, but a step in the right direction. Getting to like 15, 16 inches, so we're up to like a 2004 or 5 keeper. Now, like 2002. All right, just got a pretty quick fish on. That fish hit in like a little bit of a drop off between 20 to 30 feet of water, sitting at about 25. So let's see if we can replicate that tactic. All right, Let's try this again. Work this ledge. There we go. Right in the ledge. Right in the ledge. That might be a good fish. Feels substantial. This might be the first dip in the net of the year. Let's lighten up a little. Oh, hello. That's definitely the best of the year, but he's not going to go 19. I'll go 16 or 17, probably. He doesn't even want to be measured. It's been so long since I've caught a keeper fluke. Let's just measure him. So I have no gauge of what a keeper looks like anymore. You really don't want to be in this boat, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bud. All right. Well, we're getting there. 17 and a half. Fluky action. All right. Slowly these fish are getting a little bigger, which is a good sign. Gonna work right back on that drift and see if we can get another one. There's a 17.5-inch fish there. There very well could be a 19-incher. All right, we just got our first 17+ inch fluke of the year. Obviously not 19, but one thing we're noticing that perhaps you've noticed is any of the fish that weren't tiny have gone after the bucktail, which is not a surprise. As they say, you'll usually get more quality on the single bucktail or just the bucktail and the teaser, whereas you might get more quantity with the teaser setup. If the fish were a little thicker and if I were more confident that there were keepers in the water, I'd ditch the teaser, but until we get a couple more weeks into the season, I'm going to keep that on there just to up my action. There he is. Nothing too great. Well, that guy just dipped in that. No. Got some weird worm thing on him. See that right there? Weird. Damn, nature, you scary. All right, we're definitely on a good pattern right now. So we're just hammering this drift over and over and over and over again until we don't get anything, which I don't foresee until the tide switches, because we're getting a really nice angle of approach on this particular spot. So far, again, only getting small fish, but there's definitely some better ones here. And I just saw another boat put its net down, so that's a good sign. But let's see if we can get some a little bigger. There he is. That might not be a fluke. Oh yeah, Sundial City. Let's get it back down there. Sundial, fun dial. Got that fun bite dialed in for the sundial. Right now the tide's pretty slack, so the bite is definitely a little on the slower side, but sometimes I find that like the best quality fish come when the tide is kind of slack like this, so not giving up hope, and pretty soon we're gonna have an outgoing tide moving, And once it really goes, it's gonna be, we're gonna be flying through the water. There we go. Right in the ledge. Might be a decent fish. Right on the ledge. We got no tidal movement. That's decent. That's net worthy. Come on. Oh boy. Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. All right, turn the slack tide. That might just make it. Horrible net job, but sure. You're gonna be close. I don't think you're gonna make it, but you might. Let's see what we got. No, just a hair over 18. Not bad though. Let's get a quick pick. Right, well, they're getting a little bigger. Not a bad little fish. Let's get it back. All right, we just got our best fish of the day and through that the season so far. Let's not lose our ruler. That's why you tie everything down, folks. But yeah, that fish was right on the ledge. We got slack tide right now, so I've been pedaling just to move it a little bit faster. As you can see, we got some serious smoke here. I hope no one's hurt and everything's okay. But that being said, we're gonna hit that ledge again, see if we can pull another fish off of it. All right, if there was an 18-inch fish here, there should be some 19-inch fish around. We're slowly making our way up to legal status. And again, it bears repeating. While we maybe are getting more hits on the teaser, it seems that the more quality fish are going after the bucktail. Another one. Not big, but something. There it is. There it is. I was wondering when this would happen. And here we are. It begins. It's not a saltwater season without these guys showing up. Those that we don't mention your names. Let's not. All right, that was as good as it could have went. Let's keep it going. All right, we got our first sea robin of the season. It's officially a saltwater season, folks. Let's try not to go crazy with that. I took my jacket off. It's getting a little toasty out here. It's supposed to get up to in the 70s, and that's why I didn't wear the dry suit. I don't want to cook alive out here, as I like to say. Water temps in the probably low to mid 50s. Plus 70, that equals 120, which fulfills the criteria of my rule, the rule of 120. Yeah, let's keep it going and see if we can get on some more. All right, we still got slack tide, so we're really just going to try and work this ledge. If you're wondering about the smoke situation, it does look like it's dissipating. So again, I hope no one was hurt. Let's keep on working this ledge. I also put some new gulp on here. Just one of my pieces was a little torn up. Looked like some porgies or something were nipping at it. And the gulp that I've had on since 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. So I figure switch out that stuff, let it recharge, and put some new stuff on. And see if this makes the fish a little less reluctant to bite and commit. There it is. That might be good. That might be, oh no. No, that felt good. Was not expecting that fish. Maybe we'll come back. Got a really awkward hook set on that fish. There it is. Really awkward positioning. Really awkward positioning. Sundial. All right, we just broke a pretty long dry streak with a sundial. A lot better than nothing, but I want to get back on some of those fluke, especially the better sized ones we were getting earlier. Still got quite a bit of time to fish, so all is not lost. Oh no, come back, come back, come back. Oh, dang it. Okay, so a couple things as an aside. First and foremost, I don't know how well I'm portraying the passage of time here, but as we went from incoming tide to peak to slack tide, the bite took a tremendous nosedive. There were some fish still around, but the bite was nothing like it was during peak tide, which isn't a real surprise. But outgoing wasn't so great either. That's the first thing. The second thing is, as you notice, I dropped a couple fluke. One thing I didn't know until after this session was over was that the bucktail I had, the barb was completely crushed on the hook. As I said, these were old bucktails from last season. So that's definitely not helping me out at this point. I should have been more astute to that, but I wasn't. Live and learn. And finally, one thing you note is after you lose a fish, you definitely want to get it back down there as fast as possible when you're fluke fishing, because those fish will come back sometimes. They didn't today, but it can always happen. And some of my largest fluke that I've caught have come on that unfortunate loss. So never count them out until you know they are gone, because sometimes it will get you some of your best quality fish. Oh man, Dan, please come back, fish, please. There he is. Yes, 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 yes. That's the fish. That's the fish. That might not even be a fluke, but it's a good fish, whatever this is. Big. Big fish. Big fish or weird fish or snagged fish. We're gonna net you, but I don't think you're big enough. Oh no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, what is up with the net right now? Oh my gosh. That's gonna be close. That's gonna be close. That might actually pull it off. We'll see. It's up there with that other one we let go. I think you're probably a little short. You're close. I don't think you're gonna make it though. No, no, it's like 18 1/4. There he is. Okay, we just pulled up another 18 and small change fish. We're definitely getting closer. There's got to be some keepers down there. We're just going to be persistent. Now the tide's moving out, I'm hoping this really changes the game. But no big deal. We're having fun. Let's just see if we can keep on these fish while we have the time, and while we have a good tide. Okay, we're going over that drift again. Let's see if we can pull some more fluke up. That last one was definitely more solid compared to a lot of the other fish we've gotten today. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There we go. Little guy. Teaser fish. It's not a terrible one. Okay, okay. Bite's making a little bit of a comeback. That's encouraging. That's 2 drifts, 2 fish. Let's see if we can pull another fish off this drift. Just got another little short. And if there's 1 fish, there should be more fish. little guy. Perfect. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Got another little guy. Quick release. Probably for the best. But the bite is definitely turning back on with the moving tide. So hopefully we can capitalize on this. There he is. Maybe. Maybe. No. Oh man, what is going on today? Got like the crap touch. Anytime a half decent fish is on there, comes off and it never comes back. Or will it? Okay, the tide is definitely starting to rip out right now. So I've up to a 1.5 ounce bucktail. I was holding bottom with the 3/4 or 1 ounce, whatever I was fishing, but I'm starting to get a kind of wonky drift because of the wind being on our back. So let's see if this is a little bit more productive. There we go. That could be better. Could be a nice fish. It's got some weight to it, but then again, we're pulling them with the tide. It's not huge. I'm curious what he went for too. That's not a bad fish. Just to be safe. I don't think he's going to measure, but it's going to be close. My guess, another 18-incher. Man, this is just the magic size today. 18, just under 18 and a half. Nice colors though. All right, surprise, surprise, another 18-incher. That one was just a hair under 18 and a half. That one took the teaser. I was fishing a 1.5 ounce bucktail because the current is moving pretty strong. I'm gonna try and downsize back to the 3/4 ounce. It might be an ounce, I'm not sure. I know that's going to be more productive if I can keep it on the bottom, but it's easier said than done. Additionally, one thing I should note, and I didn't say this before, one of the fluke I caught spit up like a little shrimp, like a really small, like, you know, 2-inch shrimp thing. So in that case, the teaser really is mimicking the forage. So it's there for multiple reasons, but I know I'll have a better shot at getting fish in that bucktail if we fish this, if we work this smaller presentation. So we're gonna try again. I know I can hold bottom, just not great. Let's try it once or twice and see how it goes. All right, here we go again. Ooh, yeah. Be a fluke. Feels like dead weight. If this is a fish, I'm not too optimistic though. Nothing, just dead weight. Big old spider crab right in the bottom. No, I don't want to get pinched. Sorry, buddy. Okay, this is probably going to do it for today's session. I'm going to hit up one more spot on my way back in, but otherwise I'm throwing in the towel. We had a pretty good incoming bite this morning. You know, when the tide was moving in, it's got a lot of action. Nothing really that big, but you know, pretty consistent bite for fairly early in the season. And then once that tide peaked, and especially as we moved into outgoing, it definitely took a major nosedive in terms of productivity. So it is what it is. I'm happy to get out. It's a weekday, so what more can you ask for? other than some keepers, but I guess that's on me. Anyways, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna hit up one more spot on my way back in, but if you don't see it, then I think that tells you all you need to know about it. So thanks for watching as always. Hope in the next session or two, I finally get that first 19+ inch fluke. But otherwise, folks, thanks you as always for watching, and I will catch you on the water next time. See ya.